Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this review on an old figure from Hot Toys, the DX09 Batman from the 1989 Batman movie. This is happening because of Mr. Ryan Smith, who suggested I go back and review this figure on the last live stream. So this one's for you, Ryan. Hope you enjoy it. I hope all of you guys out there enjoy it too. If you do, drop a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I want to say a massive thank you to Denny in Australia, a good friend who sent this along as a gift many years ago. An incredible gesture. Thank you so much, Denny. I hope you're doing well, dude. And also, folks, he has not got the stock cape on. He has actually got an Unreal Customs wired cape on, because the one that came with the figure just, it's not as bad as the one that came with the later Batman Returns figure, but it was still pretty bad. I tried to make it work for some years, but eventually Lucky from Unreal Customs got in touch and said, I'm doing some wired capes for the Batman 89 figure by Hot Toys. Would you be interested? And I got one, and it's absolutely incredible. It certainly elevated the already amazing piece to another level. Now, with this being a DX, it does come with a lot of stuff. We have the classic kind of Michael Keaton smile here. They're not spare heads, obviously. They're just little plastic holders for the mouth plates themselves. That's going to fall. And then we have the battle damage mouth plate. Get a better look at that on the figure soon, but that's a really good one. We've got teeth showing as well. But they really nailed the Keaton likeness. And we have this little accessory here, which I can't really remember what scene this is from. But it's nicely detailed. It's just silver. Nice little accessory. And we have 3 of these, which I believe were the things Batman was throwing down to the ground to create the smoke cloak for him to escape unseen. They do have a sharp point on the end, so that's interesting. And we've got these little silver throwing blades, throwing discs, 2 of those. We have spare gauntlet blades and gauntlet fins, very handy. And we've got the grapnel gun, which detaches into about 2 or 3 different parts. It's been a while since I've done that, but very nicely detailed. And we've got various hands. I won't show you all of them, but they're all nicely done. You got this kind of stud effect, I guess, on all of them on this kind of section, as you can see. Very nicely done. Then we have the line launcher from the museum / restaurant scene when the Joker turned up with his goons and started playing Prince. Fair enough. And there it is. It moves. That stuff. That's handy. But that goes on his arm. Oh, got blades here as well. It's nicely done though. Got a spring in there. Spring action. Got these 2 plastic rods which would slide into the stock cape to allow you to do the spread bat kind of cape pose. It's quite intimidating looking, but not so easy to do these days now that he's getting a older figure. Doesn't really pose so well. And here is the kind of gives the illusion of extra strength, like superhuman strength. This would kind of come out from his gauntlet, and if he was like palming you, like putting his, pushing you away, this would be the first thing that would come into contact with you and just give him extra force. So for onlookers waiting for their turn to get their butt kicked, it would give the illusion in the darkness that Batman has superhuman strength. And here we have the little remote control, the little voice control for the Batmobile. That awesome scene. There it is, see, little bat signal where he says stop. It's a very cool little moment. But very nice that they gave you that. And they do give you one of these hands here that is perfect for holding on to that. I believe it's this one. That just goes in there, easy peasy. And also got this little doohickey here for his belt, which I'm pretty sure is just for attaching some gadgets onto. I've never used it, but it's there. And I think that's everything. And the base. Beautiful base. So just before I move all these accessories out of the way, just one last little overlook at everything you get here. Quite a lot of cool stuff. Alright, so just taking a look at the packaging here. As I said, unfortunately the front's a little bit sort of scuffed there, nothing too major, but oh, it's nice. You can see Batman there. I believe these are all images of the actual figure itself. And then we have another image of Batman there with his cape spread, but you can barely make that out. You got the advertisement for coming soon when the Batmobile was on the way by Hot Toys. Quite a few collectors have that, and it does look incredible. And got really nice little bit here. You can read that, have a little pause. Very nice. And then this was nice. You can remove this and kind of shine a torch behind it and make a bat signal appear. See? Look at that. Very cool. And that was the special DX little treat item that you get on the first layer. Only one will claim the light. Very nice. And under there you have the housing for the various bat bits. Interchangeable face 2, Batman with interchangeable face 1, and interchangeable face 3. And it says features parallel eyeball rolling system, PERS, translucent iris, authentic likeness of Michael Keaton as Batman, detailed paint applications, classic Batman facial expression. Very nice. Oh, and down here, DX09 Batman body features newly developed Batman body with 30 points of articulation, movie accurate bat suit with cape and classic Batman logo. And artists, he had head and body sculpted by Pan, head painted by JC Hong, head art direction by Hojun and GOX Eum Sung. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And then we got that little bit there, just showing you everything that was across the front of the figure there. And underneath we have where the is that? No, I thought the cape might be in there. It's not in there. The original cape is up in the loft, and I don't fancy going up there right now. Trust me, the custom cape is better. I mean, you'd be alright with the stock cape. It's not the worst one they've ever done. And that's it. Lovely yellow though, beautiful, vibrant yellow. You've got some instructions there. Oh, I don't know what that's about. I've never actually ever read that. Let's go ahead and... Alright, so... project the bat signal. Excellent. So that's just showing you how to use that cool little accessory. You have to pause that and have a read, folks. It's just about how not to remove the mouth plates. Yeah, that's what I do. You basically just push one corner and the other bit juts out, and you can use your fingernail to get it away. You've got the DX09 instruction book. I'll just let you see this, and you can pause it if you want to know more. There's that. It's to do with the eyeball rolling system. And then we have this here. Detach the head with cowl mask. Body, blah blah blah. Yep, there's that. That one, okay, yep, that's how you do that. I might need to come back to this later on. Okay, that's how you attach that. See, I never bothered doing that before, all these years. Oh, look, that's pretty cool, actually. I might do that. I might attach it to his belt. That would look sick. And that's where that goes. The triangle shield. Batteries go inside the base. The two lights there that you can kind of move around. They're never really that effective, to be honest. They're quite dim. Alright, so I just wanted to be thorough, folks, and show you all the glory of the DX box. I mean, that really is a nice touch with the bat signal effect. Very classy. Lovely, beautiful, vibrant yellow. Alright, back to the review. Look at Spider-Man. He's all messed up over there. Now we'll take a nice close-up look here at the cowl of the likeness to Michael Keaton, which I think is pretty much dead on. This is an old piece from Hot Toys now. We're going back quite a few years. I'm pretty sure the paint apps have improved a hell of a lot these days. I mean, we know that from even seeing the leap forward with the Michael Keaton 1992 Batman Returns likeness. I mean, that was equally as good as this, some may say even better. Certainly updated paint apps. It was a few years after the release of this one here, but I think it's absolutely spot on. The sculpt and the expressions are absolutely dead on. And now swapped out the mouth plate for the kind of smirk or the smile. It's definitely reminding me of the moment where Batman is standing before Jack Napier before he becomes the Joker and falls into the vat of chemicals. He says to him, "Nice outfit." And I think that's the moment where he gives him this smile. It's very cool of Hot Toys to give you this look. I think they did a really good job. And now we'll take a look at the battle damage mouth plate with the blood effects. I will just show you how horrible it is to do this. You have to push one side and then use your fingernail to get it out, and luckily I've never chipped away any of the paint on these, but you very easily could, and it's just awful how you do that. I mean, it's not fun. Now here is the battle damage mouth plate. That blood looks really wet. Let me just go ahead and move the eyeballs to the side very carefully. There you go. And then you just have to pop the back of his head back on, which I just wish, I mean, it was early days, they were still kind of figuring this out, but I prefer just the ability to stick a stick up inside the cowl from underneath and then just independently move the eyes. I think I've got that on just about right. There you go. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they were working out the kinks, but it's still a great looking piece, and thankfully nothing's broken on mine. But being able to move the eyes around, we still don't have any Batman Begins figure from Hot Toys with moving eyes. And out of all the suits, that's the one I want moving eyes on the most. So hopefully after this DX19 that they're bringing out from The Dark Knight Rises, I hope Hot Toys go and give some DX love to Batman Begins, the film that started it all. Well, you know what I'm saying, you know, obviously Batman 89 started a hell of a lot too. Now articulation's not up to much, folks, with this one because of the thick rubber suit that the figure has. You try to bend the elbow and it will just go back again. So same thing when you try to lift the arm up, the thick rubber suit will just kind of bring it back. Won't do much there. And same with the legs. It's just a thick rubber suit, and very much like the real thing Keaton had to wear back in 1989. It's very restrictive for movement, but it looks nice. Like I said, get yourself a custom cape, something that you can have posed like it's blowing in the wind. Now I've just removed the custom cape just to give you a look at the body capeless. As you can see, when the head clicks down onto the body, there's a bit of space there for the cape to exist. An interesting look at the back here. Never really paid too much attention to this section. Can't say I remember it looking like this. It's been a while since I've seen him without a cape on, so that's pretty interesting. But really good proportions, very accurate from what I remember from special features and various things like that. But as you can see, man, for a figure as old as this from Hot Toys, it still looks very, very impressive. The sculpt and just overall execution is very on point. Now we'll take a look at his bat boots in a minute, because obviously famously the one comfortable thing he did have was the Nike trainers that were kind of converted into the bat boots, which are pretty cool to look at. We'll check those out now. Alright, and here are the bat boots. So yeah, apparently it was originally a Nike trainer that was then obviously, you know, modified. You can see where the air bubble would be. Obviously I don't think they've put the Nike swoosh on here and they get in trouble, but pretty cool. Nice to see them. Let's get a look at the tread. Let me just get this out of the way. Get some of that tread action for you. And it says Hot Toys on one, and TM and copyright DC Comics. So yeah, you do have a bit of movement here as well, but it doesn't really, I mean, it does give you a little bit more options there. It's not too bad actually. You got pivot and front and back, all that good stuff. But the thick rubber suit again, try and bend that knee, boom, just go straight back again. But from a visual point of things, very, very nice to look at. So one last look at the body with no cape. Just turn him around, you get a look. Alright, and we'll put the cape back on. Now I'll try and film this for you just so you can see how it goes. So you got your Unreal Customs cape here, all these thick wires. Now, just want to make sure put all my wires in the right place. This one coming up here, I need to hook that in. That's a long story. That's just something I did by mistake. So then we'll pull off Keaton's head. Put that over there like so. Make sure everything is correctamundo. Then we'll go ahead and pop that back on. Now he's looking pretty cool there with the custom cape wrapped around him in that classic Michael Keaton kind of look. It's only really the Michael Keaton Batman and then the Batman Begins version that has that classic kind of comic book accurate look where Batman's cape would wrap around him and create this kind of shroud of, like in Batman Begins, he was really able to kind of wrap himself in the cape and then step backwards into the shadows and just disappear like a ninja, like he was trained to be, but really, really cool. And Michael Keaton certainly had that kind of brooding look to him with the cape wrapped around him. And there are obviously moments where we see Michael Keaton, especially in the promotional imagery where he was doing photo shoots with Jack Nicholson as Joker and the cape was over his shoulders. But certainly with the Ben Affleck Batman and then with the Dark Knight suit in the trilogy by Christopher Nolan, they kind of lost that moody Batman look with the cape wrapped around him and kind of went for that just the cape falling down over his shoulders, down his back look, which I'm not too keen on. I really do like this kind of cape coming around the front kind of look and over the shoulders. And because of these wires in the custom cape, you are able to bend them and tweak them and make it look like it's kind of blowing in the wind. I mean, his arms and legs may not be able to move much, but like I said, with a beautiful wired cape like this, it certainly does help. Alright, now I've put the Batman Returns version down beside him for comparison. It does seem to be slightly taller than the 89 version. And also, the Batman Returns is also wearing a custom cape. This one is by Jackson. But both awesome looking pieces. Very nice bases. Do prefer the Batman Returns with that classic kind of snow blowing across the bat symbol that we saw in the, I think it was the teaser trailer for Batman Returns a long time ago. I was about 11 years old. But they certainly made some changes, but overall kept things just so, to not piss off too many Batman fans. But I like them both. I can't really decide. Sometimes I like the more streamlined, kind of sharp look to the Batman Returns, but I also like that more human kind of muscle tone that the 89 has. What do you think? Which do you prefer the look of? And here is the DX08 Joker, the Jack Nicholson, of course, from the same movie, Batman 1989. Very lucky to have both of these pieces. And as you can see, pretty similar designs with the boxes. I do prefer the Joker one because his face just stands out more. Whereas the Batman one does as well, but it's just a little bit more subtle. But there they are together. Absolutely classic pieces. Will Hot Toys ever make them again? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, because we're getting the rights to do a Jack Nicholson figure. I don't think that's very easy. Keaton, that's doable. That's been done by NECA, Hot Toys, Sideshow have done statues, and I'm not sure if Prime 1 are doing a Michael Keaton statue. They might have done. I'll have to check into that, but it seems to be a bit more difficult to secure the license for a Jack. Saucy Jack. He's a great piece. He came with some really cool stuff. There is a review on the channel for the Jack Nicholson Joker. It was done a few years ago, but it is on the channel. If you type into YouTube Dean Knight 333 Joker review or 89 Joker, it will come up. And there's also a lot of old showcase videos on this Batman figure when I was doing photography in front of a big screen of scenes from the movie behind him. I did plenty of photography making it look like he was in the bell tower walking around in the darkness. It looked really, really cool. And a hell of a lot of other scenes in the film, recreating those with photography. So dig deep, just type in my name and 89 Batman by Hot Toys and you'll get a whole bunch of different videos. Done a lot of videos on these guys over the years. So enjoy those at your leisure. And here he is next to the Hot Toys Armory Dark Knight Batman, although I just realised he's got the Medicom head sculpt on, so I better change that to the actual Hot Toys one for you. Just give you a little quick look at that. Yeah man, the Medicom head sculpt for the Dark Knight was an absolute beast. I really do like the way it looks. Okay, and there he is with his actual head sculpt that he's supposed to have on. So he is taller. Well, is he? Actually? No, I don't think he is. He's not taller. He should be. That's probably why they're doing the DX19, to be fair. Because Christian Bale is taller than Michael Keaton. And here, they're not. So, I get it. It's cool. Do your thing, Hot Toys. Yeah, so you can see that the Medicom head there on the left is bigger slightly than the Armory Hot Toys head. But I just think the Medicom one, sculpt-wise, is just perfect. Just looks better. More Bailey. Obviously, paint apps on the Medicom are not fantastic. But I do think the sculpt and overall just accuracy of the way everything was sculpted was better on the Medicom. Apparently they just scanned it to make sure it was absolutely spot on. I mean, the mouth and all that facial area is really well sculpted, just needs a better paint job. And the Hot Toys one I just don't think looks as accurate as the Medicom one. Obviously they're a world apart as far as paint app goes, but I still prefer the Medicom. Say what you will. And there he is next to the Dawn of Justice Ben Affleck Batman, who is towering over him as he should be. So that height comparison seems to be working out quite well. I'm going to wrap it up, folks, but I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I hope Ryan Smith is satisfied. Thanks again for the awesome suggestion, sir. If I was going to score this guy, it's tricky because he's lost all this articulation over the years. He did have good articulation in the early days, considering how thick the rubber suit is. He was able to bend his elbows and put him in some punching stances and stuff like that, but that's gone now over the years, and he did need the custom cape. The stock one just wasn't really good enough. I'd still, just on sheer accuracy and appearance, I would give him a 7.5, maybe even an 8 out of 10. It seems a bit weird giving him an 8 when he can't really pose, so I'll probably just stick with the 7.5. But visually it's absolutely stunning, and the source material is excellent. So I hope you've enjoyed it, folks. Drop a like on the video if you did. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, always good to hear from you. Come check us out at our store at www.thefigurePit.com, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.